Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the ancient art of sophism and how its techniques are still used in modern life, often without us even realizing it. Sophists were masters of rhetoric and persuasion in ancient Greece, and their techniques are still incredibly relevant today. But while they were once used to win debates, these techniques are now often used to manipulate and deceive. So, how can you avoid falling victim to these tricks? Let's break it down. What is sophism? Sophism originated in ancient Greece, where sophists were known as teachers of rhetoric and philosophy. However, over time, the term sophist began to carry a negative connotation, referring to someone who uses clever but misleading arguments to deceive others. In modern terms, sophism can be seen as the art of making something false appear true through rhetorical techniques. Sophists were not necessarily interested in the truth. They were more focused on winning arguments and persuading their audience. They used language in a way that was designed to appeal to emotions rather than reason, often leading people to believe things that were not true. Common sophistic techniques in modern life. Even though we may not call them sophists today, the techniques they developed are still widely used, especially in media, advertising, and politics. Here are a few examples. False dilemmas. This is when someone presents a situation as having only two possible outcomes, ignoring any other alternatives. For example, you're either with us or against us. This tactic simplifies complex issues and pressures you into making a decision based on incomplete information. Straw man arguments. This technique involves misrepresenting someone's argument to make it easier to attack. For instance, if someone says, "We should have more environmental regulations," a straw man response might be, "So you want to destroy businesses and kill jobs?" The original argument is distorted, making it easier to refute. Appeal to fear. This is when someone tries to win an argument by scaring you into agreeing with them. Politicians often use this tactic, suggesting that if you don't vote for them, something terrible will happen. It's a way to manipulate emotions rather than engage in rational debate. Appeal to authority. This involves citing an authority figure or expert to support a claim, even if that authority isn't actually relevant to the topic at hand. For example, using a celebrity endorsement to sell a product, even though the celebrity has no expertise in that area. Red herring. A red herring is a distraction from the real issue. This technique involves introducing an irrelevant point to divert attention away from the main argument. It's a way to avoid addressing the actual issue at hand. How to protect yourself from sophistic tricks. Now that we've identified some of the most common sophistic techniques, how can you protect yourself from them? Here are a few strategies. Critical thinking. Always question the information presented to you. Ask yourself, is this argument logical? Is it based on evidence? Is the person making this argument trying to manipulate my emotions? Understand the context. Look at the broader context of the argument. Are there other possible solutions or perspectives that aren't being presented? Be wary of false dilemmas and other oversimplifications. Check the source. Consider who is making the argument and why. Are they an expert in this field, or are they using their status to manipulate you? Be especially cautious of appeals to authority that don't seem relevant. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If something doesn't make sense, ask for clarification. Don't be intimidated by complex language or technical jargon. A clear, logical argument should be understandable. Educate yourself. The more you know about common logical fallacies and sophistic techniques, the better equipped you'll be to recognize them when they're used against you. Sophistic tricks are all around us. But by becoming more aware of these techniques, you can avoid being manipulated. Remember, the key is to think critically, question everything, and not let emotions cloud your judgment. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and you'll be much harder to deceive. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from this knowledge. Until next time, stay wise.